It is impossible to talk about Ukraine without Ukraine, and no one will accept this. Conversation between the US President and Putin can certainly be important for their bilateral track, but they cannot accept anything about Ukraine without.
Soon, on August 15th, 2025, negotiations are to take place between Donald Trump and someone who is associated with the site, or rather with what is in it. Unfortunately, the venue for these negotiations was chosen in a place where the jurisdiction of the International Tribunal does not apply. So Putin is not threatened by anything but polar bears in Alaska. But the future of Ukraine depends on these negotiations. In this context, my question is simple and serious. What are the red lines for Ukraine that we will definitely not cross in these negotiations? For example, the refusal to recognize the occupied territories, the protection of defense capabilities, and the unquestioned right to determine its own course toward NATO. Thank you.
He started off very well and said that he was very grateful to our soldiers for the independence of the state. And in the end, he said that the most important negotiations would depend on us and on whom our future depends. I do not agree with this. With all due respect to you and your question, I believe that Ukraine's independence depends primarily on Ukrainians. It depends on us, on our attitude to Ukraine, to our home, to the people around us, out of respect, not hatred for each other, because the way we should love Ukraine and the way we do. No one from any state, any universe, will ever love and respect our home as much as we do. Every person had their own home, their own state. Therefore, everything depends on us, on our strength and confidence that we are right. The aggressor is the aggressor, and we are at home. Of course, it's very difficult for us to go up against them alone. A healthy country does not have healthy ambitions. As for negotiations, in any case, they are important at the level of leaders. But it is impossible to talk about Ukraine without Ukraine, and no one will accept this. Therefore, the conversation between the US President and Putin can certainly be important for their bilateral track, but they cannot accept anything about Ukraine without us, and I really believe it. I hope that the President of the United States understands and realizes this. Of course, we will have a meeting at the level of the leaders of the three parties. I don't know the date. If we want to end the war, this is how it will be, and certain issues will be raised there.